Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Hey guys, I'm here with Sam, and we are going to do another wheel test, going up to Mount Baldy. We're going to be climbing about 5,000 feet, I think, thereabouts today. And I'm testing the Commander from eWheels. Thanks again, Jason, for loaning me this wheel to test it out. And Sam is on his Sherman.
eWheel Sherman. Raffle Sherman.
The one he won, actually, from the raffle. Which, by the way, the 2021 tour starts tomorrow, Saturday. It's going to be 80 plus people riding, I think, at the beach. It's going to be wild.
Woo.
But anyway, I thought I'd get a little testing done on Friday here, and so it's great. We're going to be able to do direct comparison between the Sherman and the Commander in terms of, I'm kind of mainly interested in the temperature, but we'll also kind of compare voltages when we get to the top. And also I'm going to let Sam ride it for some miles while we're cruising. You already rode a little bit. And what was your kind of initial impressions?
I like the robustness of it. It's very robust. I like the torque. I could appreciate the torque.
And you're calling it felt like a little bit of a rocket, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So even though it doesn't have, so Sam is one of these crazy guys that likes to go as fast as you can possibly go. So that's the downside of the Commander, the high torque version. It's probably only safe up to about 40 or so. Yeah. But below that, it's pretty torquey. All right, let's do it. Okay, well, so far I'm loving the power in this guy, and it rides just really nice. It's a great riding wheel. Nothing bad to say about that. I mean, as long as you don't need to go 40 plus miles an hour, this thing moves. Super solid, very stable. Unfortunately, it's running hot. It's running at least 10 degrees Celsius hotter than the Sherman. The problem is it just has no fresh air intake, essentially. It's got these little tiny holes. They don't do anything, really. I've learned from experience with my experimentation on other wheels that you need big air scoops if you're going to be bringing in air from outside. We can only hope someday Gateway will see the light. And the temperatures right now are in the low 80s, very sunny though. But it's definitely not super hot. Now we're moving, we're going between 25, 28 miles an hour up a mountain. So we're definitely making this guy work. You know, if you're a flatland rider, the overheating may not be an issue at all for you. 66.
Huh?
66.
52.
Sherman, 52, and I'm at 66. Ah,
It's going to be an issue.
it's crazy. I'm never going to make it. Well, I'll make it up the mountain, but I'm going to have to stop a few times because if it's 66 now, it's just going to overheat at that.
77 for sure. That's when, right before it'll tilt back.
Yeah. So that sucks, but I did kind of predict that on my when I first started riding this.
Did you put it back on hard mode?
Yeah, yeah. But I think, like, you know, if I get this, my fix will be I'm going to add a giant air scoop. There's plenty of room right in the front here to put a big opening. They'll suck in all kinds of fresh air, and this thing will run really cool like that. Of course, I can do that in Southern California. Everyone who rides most other places in the world probably won't. But like I was telling them earlier, I think if you're riding in the flats, it's going to run hot, but I don't think it would overheat.
That's true. Yeah.
But it's nice if your wheel, you can keep your wheel in the below 50 usually. It's, you know, it's better for everything. Hey, you want to switch for a little while?
Yeah, sure.
Let Sam try this.
Okay.
See if I can ride Sam's.
You like my pad placement? I'm gonna go off just a little bit.
Oh no, he's pulling off my pads.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll figure out how to put them back.
Do like a little. I see where you. I'll re-put it.
Okay.
I see exactly where you put it.
Okay.
I'm just going up like a half an inch, like just a little bit. You see?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You're opening them up a bit.
I got big boots. Okay.
It's always weird getting other people's whales, how they have their pads.
Feel the weight.
Your pedals feel like they're tilted down.
They're very, very flat.
Why? You like them flat?
It hurts my feet if they're like this. Do you not like it?
It feels like I'm falling off.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to go very fast. I don't know. I got to get used to it.
Okay.
So,
Okay. No, I'll follow you.
well, I want you to test it out too. So,
Okay.
everybody's wheel is so different. Yeah, these pedals feel awful to me. I feel like my feet are gonna fall off. So weird. I feel unstable. I was just riding my Sherman a couple days ago, and yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep up with Sam. Let's see if I can ride this thing seated. Yeah, it's low too. Plus, he actually has a different tire on too, which gives the wheel a totally different feel. Generally, I don't like the Sherman at all. That's the beauty of wheels. We all customize them, and most wheels I've tried, other people's wheels, you know, they feel weird based on where they put the pads or pedal angles or tires they have on them. And then some wheels show their age too. It can be loose compared to other new wheels. So it's yeah, it's different.
Switch. The alarms are going off. I think you have the speed alarms set at 30 or something. I'm scared. I heard it beeping like crazy.
Let me double check, but well, you wrote it down below. I'm pretty sure I turned off everything, but I'll double check here.
Yeah, something was beeping. I made it beep.
Yeah,
worried.
but you're an animal. You're you like.
It got me worried.
You're like
the RS. Like, oh no.
You're like accelerating up and.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, let me check.
No, but it feels good. It just feels, honestly, it's very reminiscent of the RS, but just heavier. Like I could really feel the weight, the 3600. Like,
right.
And it being in a smaller package, like it's much more noticeable than the Monster. But it still feels good. Like it feels like it wants to go.
Right.
But as soon as I heard the beeping, it made me push back, like go back a little bit.
I'll let you guys know what I find when I check the app here, but generally, yeah. I mean, if you don't need 3,600 watt hours of battery, you know, you might as well stick with something like an RS, right? If you don't need the battery, but if you like to go like we do, take these 90-mile excursions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. All right.
I like it.
We've been cruising.
I'm under 48.
Fun. I hate you.
Yeah, okay, is that bad?
60.
Oh yeah, no, as long as it stays in 60.
Right, I know, but look at the difference, guys. 48 to 63 degrees. That's Celsius.
Yeah,
Huge difference. So it's pretty consistent. What was that 15 degrees or so?
No, and then after thinking about it, I think the beeps make sense because I make the RS beep around 35.
Yeah, we were talking, so
it's the same thing.
I did not have the beeps enabled on this, so he's hearing the 5 beeps
35.
when he's
Uncorrected 35. GPS is like 33, 32.
yeah. So Sam is a very, I don't know if you picked it up, and he's a very aggressive rider. So he's pumping it and leaning it, and we're going up a mountain, by the way. So I guess you're saying it's kind of like an RS in terms of
RS.
Yeah.
Upgraded, like big upgrade.
But in terms of, it's not a high speed. The Sherman's a great wheel, man. I mean,
it's like a RS high torque. It feels like, because that's the only thing I can compare it to.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Well, to me, it feels like my EXN.
Okay.
It's got a lot of just low end oomph to it, like
Yep.
I say.
I agree.
And the EXN is not really a fast wheel either. We should get you to try it next time I'm riding EX. See if
That's actually faster than the
if it-
Sherman. Well, it
I
beeps, it beeps less sooner.
yeah.
Because it's 70, or this is 70%, and Gotways are 80%. So.
Guys, it's hard to beat the Sherman for.
Oh, yeah.
The Sherman's a great wheel. I think the Commander, particularly if you want the range, which I'm going to test, but I mean 3,600 watt-hour battery,
Very
and
heavy.
and it's got a lot of torque and it's very stable.
Like, yeah, I could definitely feel the weight. That's for sure.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
It's just the characteristic.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
get used to it like anything.
Yeah. But the weight for me adds to stability.
Exactly. Yeah,
It
there's
just,
give and take to weight. So
I really don't like I have my Tesla, for instance. You know, small wheel, small tire. It's great for riding around town, but I feel unsafe riding places like this. Here, I can hit a big bump.
yeah,
I'm not going to be thrown off, but I'm pretty sure I broke my shoulder on my Tesla because I hit a bump that just threw me off. If I hit that same bump on one of these wheels, I don't
Yeah,
think that I would have
exactly.
fallen off. So.
that's what. Yeah, way better for stability. I agree.
All right, let's continue the fun. All right, well, we made up to the lodge, and man, we've been finding so we got something called Santa Ana's in Southern California. So it's like 90 down at the base of the mountain, and that's created by basically all the air from the desert flows over the mountain down to LA Basin. But so all that wind, when that happens, it can be ferocious up in the mountains. So we're going around corners sometimes. It's like probably 40 mile per hour gusts and stuff. So I'm just one point I couldn't quite keep my wheel turned, and then there's a big boulder that fell off the side in the middle of the road, and I'm going right towards it. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to film as the next stage where we're going to test. I'm pretty sure it's going to overheat, but it'd be fun to see how many times it overheats. But voltage-wise, so you're at 92 volts.
Yep.
And on his Sherman, if I can get this going, and then I'm at 93.8 volts on the Commander. And that's with Sam doing all his super aggressive testing of it. So yeah, looks like that big battery's coming into play, so that's cool. That is cool. Again, that's one of the biggest interests that I have for this Commander. So I can do this 110 mile mountain ride I want to do without charging. Yeah, listen to this, the pedal on this guy. This is a chunk of metal. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna break. I don't know. All right, so next stop will be probably when I'm overheating. We are headed up the mountain now. Next couple thousand feet elevation gain in maybe a couple miles. Fighting the wind, which is getting ferocious. I got my, normally I have this selfie stick extended at 9 feet. But I'd probably kill myself if I did that right now. So it's short. Okay, so 55 degrees Celsius, and by the way, the temperature, it's nippy. It's probably low 60s. Because we're about maybe 4,000 feet up. We're climbing to about 6,000 feet, I think, thereabouts. I'm not going too fast, just because this wind. Last thing I want to happen is go around a corner at 40-mile-per-hour gust blows me off the wheel. I'm going about 20 right now. .59 degrees C. .61. .63. .65. Okay, now the real climbing begins. .67. Holding at 67. Going about 21 miles an hour. .69. Well, I think it's doing better than the Monster Pro. .70. .72. .74. .74.
54.
54. 20 degrees difference. Well, it didn't overheat. That's encouraging.
That's good.
But then again, it feels like it's about 55 out right now.
Yeah.
So if it were like 80 degrees, it'd be overheating.
I have my hand on it. It's cold.
20 degrees Celsius difference between a Sherman and a Commander in the same riding conditions.
And it's stock.
So yeah, stock. So I tell you, Gotway, and yeah, I'm calling this a Gotway wheel because all the internals are Gotway, right? And they just have to work in their cooling. I wish they would go to air cooling. They could design it where they could have big air ducts that could pull in air, but that the electronics would be protected from any water, moisture. They could, a little bit of design, they could do that. So, well, at least it didn't overheat on me today. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna put the camera away. The wind is murder, and hope you enjoy the video, and look for more Commander videos. See ya.